This guy is, the thing I like about Tony is he finds information, he works with the leading internet marketers, and we're so lucky to have somebody from Ireland, because I know a lot of the time, you know, with different seminars and everything, and you get international speakers, and they are fantastic, but it's fantastic, and I think you'll all agree to have somebody that's actually on our doorstep. And this guy, he's very, very down to earth. He makes things so simple. I don't know if anybody heard about him on the webinar recently, a few weeks ago. You did. Well, what did you think of him?
Very good night.
Yeah. He just makes things really, really simple. So for anybody who've been a bit baffled about the internet or not exactly sure what to do or how to take your business that step further, and some of you might even not have a business yet, but you want to get out of your job, I would say just pay really, really close attention to what Tony says, because he makes it ABC simple. So with that, I'd like to give you a huge, huge round of applause for Tony McCarthy, the Irish marketer.
So I'm Anthony McCarthy online. You heard Sean Roach mention it. Sean is a brilliant marketer. Why am I Anthony McCarthy online? Because AnthonyMcCarthy.com was the only domain name I could buy. I couldn't buy TonyMcCarthy.com. So honestly, if you don't have your domain name now as your actual name, buy it tonight. It's going to cost you the princely sum of anywhere between $7.95 to $20, depending on how much trouble you're going to have to get it. Buy.com. If you can, because all the Americans use .com, okay? It's very, very simple. The majority of our market is into America, and we'll go a bit more into that. So I'm Anthony McCarthy. I'm married with 5 kids. My son said not to point him out, so where is he? He's hiding. Oh, he's there. All right, that's my oldest boy. This thing works. There you go. There's my family. That keeps me busy, okay? So I'll give you a bit of my history, but before we do, I want you just to relax, okay? Just a small bit. Well, don't worry, we're not going to do any of this American stuff. We're going to stay nice and calm, okay? Because I know I used to sit down there, like, you know, I used to be sitting down here thinking, what's this fucking gobshite going to sell me today? What is he going to do? Jesus, there's no way he's getting money out of me anyway. I'm going to sit here, right? So the first thing I want you to do, very simple, because as I said, I'm not a public speaker, and you see, I'm going to use my notes, okay? And you can ask questions. If you think of questions, you can ask me. I know my accent is strange, lads, but actually not for half. I'm only from Cork, so you can ask questions as you think of them. So would you do me a favour and look to the person to the left of you and smile? Everybody? What happened? You've now done the dumb thing for the day, so we can all have a bit of crack, okay? Because that's the dumbest thing I'm going to make you do all day. All right? It's very simple. So me, so far, I went to the North Monastery in Cork. If any of you know that God bless the Christian Brothers, there's very little Christian about them, and they gave me an education. What I learned about in Christian Brothers is I didn't like to be educated. I started off at 16 mix and muck, which anybody in the construction business, my family go back. Actually, my cousins are the first of 25 generations that we go back that aren't plasterers. Okay? Even my father, I have an uncle who's a developer, who's a solicitor, who's also a plasterer. You know, multitasking. I lived in Germany for a number of months, loved it. A bit like Sean, I loved the Germans. You know, I used to live with this family. A man used to go to sleep at 8 o'clock, between 8 o'clock and 8:15 every night, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. I thought I was going to kill myself, right? Couldn't hack it. I started sales at the age of 18. I came home from Germany, joined my father in the family business. A friend of his gave him a tile brochure. He walked in, and in loving parent fashion said, sell them, and walked out. So then I had to learn all this thing about selling. And I actually enjoy sales and marketing, which is why I'm into the marketing. We then opened a 10,000 square foot ceramic tile business in Cork, a family business. We generated that up to 3 million, had a great time. The competition grew around us. We ignored it because we were king of the hill. And then we sold the property because the property was worth more than the business. And the first time I retired. Right, I went into kitchens and bathrooms, the civil tiles. I was also a professional kickboxer for long before it was cool. My son is in kickboxing now because it's all the cool thing. When we were doing it, nobody knew. Everybody thought I was mad, which is kind of ironic because people still think I'm mad when I say, yeah, what you doing now, Tony? Well, you know, I own 3 businesses, that's grand. But what's the main thing you're doing? I'm an internet marketer. You're what? A what? An internet marketer. What are you selling? Stuff. What type of stuff? Information. You can't sell information. Nobody buys information. Anyone got school? Come on, anyone got school? Anyone buy a school book? Well, you bought information. That's all it is. Okay? And that's the great thing about online. You're selling information. Okay? And I've done projects in Los Angeles, San Francisco, and all around the world. And this isn't just to say I'm fantastic and I'm brilliant and I'm great, because, you know, let's be honest, we get this. 3 years ago, I did one of my amazing things. I sold a contract for supplying kitchens to Cape Verde for 6 million euros. I got all my stuff sourced in Italy, I got a very good buying price, and I was made, okay? So we had money, great. We didn't have the money yet, but money was coming. So we did like most Irish people, and we bought them, didn't we? And it was fantastic, yeah. We learned this great thing called leverage. Wasn't leverage fantastic? I made 50 grand today. My father, who had been through a previous bust, would always say, well, can you go to Dunn's and buy the groceries with your leverage? No, but I made 50 grand. Where is it? That's in that house there. But you haven't made 50 grand. So we didn't believe him, and we continued and continued and continued. Like a number of people in the room, isn't that right, Sean? And this time, next year, we will be millionaires. There's myself and my partner, right? I'm the tall one. Okay? So we were going to have a fantastic life. And then what happened? No fault of any of ours. Bang. Property collapsed. And we all ended up like this. And the banks have our closed. But it's okay, we're fine. There's nothing to worry about in Ireland. We're absolutely fantastic in Ireland, right? Because we're going to have these superheroes. We're very lucky in Ireland. We have 2 superheroes that are going to save us. And you don't know who these are? Anyone have an idea who these superheroes are? There they are. Okay? Because in 2 years' time, Brian Lennon, because of this, superpower called NAM is going to be sitting there going, I don't know what happened. I don't know what happened. And what's Brian Cohen? And I know these guys personally have been blowhole act, they're very nice guys. But Brian Cohen's going to be there and say it was all Albert's fault. It was all Albert's fault. Albert spent all the money. Or Bertie, or Charlie, or somebody else. Because we were completely and absolutely dependent on construction. I know I was. Okay? So now this is the American bit. Okay, the woo-woo bit that makes us all uncomfortable to talk about, all right? So the value you can add to your life is something I want to talk about. And I want to talk like, you know, I love Munster. Now, the reason there's floods in Limerick at the moment is you have to give us back Thomond Park, okay? It goes back to Musgrave Park, but I'll say that's fine, okay? The value you can add to Ireland. What is the value? No one person can make a difference, can they? Well, that's not true, because if everyone in this room makes 200 grand next year and you pay your taxes into Ireland, what happens? We do better, okay?